After the first episode where the Riddler and Poison Ivy helped Harley Quinn finally break up with the Joker's not taking it too well. Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to an all-new Crossin Streams. As always, I'm your host, the real Gino Reynolds, and today we're going to be talking about episode 2 of the DC Universe's animated series, Harley Quinn. This series, I talked about last time how it was being vulgar for the sake of being vulgar, and that has not changed. That being said, there were a few times the vulgarity in this episode was used way better than it was in the first episode. So that not much has changed in that aspect, and I really don't expect it to. With this episode, Harley and Ivy are doing pretty well, and they're getting ready in the morning. They're having their morning coffee, and they're watching Howie Mandel on the TV. But then here comes the Joker. And of course that sets Harley off. And she wants to finally prove to the Legion of Doom that she belongs with them. And of course, much to the dismay of Poison Ivy. So Harley Quinn finds out where the Legion are going to be next. And it's at a party, which ends up being the Penguin's nephew's bar mitzvah. So it's a kid's party, but some of the Legion of Doom are there. Namely, of course, the Penguin is there, then Scarecrow, Two-Face, and Bane. We don't get much character development from most of the villains, but you just kind of, they didn't do much with them, but I enjoyed what they did with them. I mean, they haven't given them much like character development, but just their renditions are very simple and funny. For me, this episode, the best new character is Bane. While he's not very authentic to like the comic book, they're making fun of the Dark Knight Rises Bane the entire time. I mean, he looks like cartoon Bane, but his mouth's covered and he talks like this the entire time. That being said, you can understand this. They say they can't understand him at the time, but you can at least understand him better than you could understand Tom Hardy in that movie. So I did like that they introduced Bane. They also introduced another villain. We'll see, because Harley and Poison Ivy go to this party, and Poison Ivy's like, "Don't leave me alone, because if you do, some D-list villain will come up to me and hit on me or ask me to do a job with him," which is exactly what happens. The show introduced, and really it was one of my favorite parts of the episode, the show introduces Kite Man, and it's great. I loved it because he is very, at least at first, he's very douchey, but you actually see that him and Poison Ivy might have a thing. Will they continue with this? I have a feeling we'll see more of this because they kind of end up appreciating each other at the end of the episode. The main push of the episode is anytime someone references that Harley might be doing well after the Joker, or after she left the Joker, he keeps saying, I dumped her. Of course, we know that she dumped him. But anytime someone brings it up, he doesn't take it too well. You can tell he's very jealous, and that's why he goes and kills Howie Mandel on a morning show just to get back at her. So that's kind of the whole crux of the episode, is she's trying to show how well she's doing, versus the Joker is trying to, anytime she has any bit of happiness, it's like, no, I ran the show. It's all about me. Of course, it's very selfish, and she does face off with him at the end, and kind of proves her point. She didn't get to beat him up or anything. I was a little disappointed in that. And my biggest disappointment of this episode was they had this whole thing where Joker keeps ripping on Bane. He keeps bullying Bane. He keeps saying mean things to him, and Finally, Harley says, and I think here's the moment. Harley says, "Why do you let him do that to you?" And I was expecting Bane to finally be like, "Oh, you're right, I'm gonna crush the Joker," and then beat the crap out of the Joker. But no, right before he does it, nothing happens with that. The Joker pulls a gun on Harley, and she's saved. So, but it's not by Bane. It should have been by Bane. It would have been perfect. But so I was really disappointed with that in the episode. Did I enjoy the episode? Maybe a little bit more than the first one, because while this one I enjoyed the renditions of the characters more, I think. I mean, there's still a lot of unnecessary vulgarity, but I enjoy the animation and the violence of this show. So that works for me. So I'm going to keep watching. I am going to at least watch this first season. And we'll see where it goes from there. All in all, again, there was no Batman in this episode. It was just more getting Harley Quinn to where her character needs to be. And I still enjoyed it for what it was. So that's going to be all for this edition of Crossin Streams. If you like what you've heard here, please subscribe to the Real Gino YouTube channel. Like this video. If you have anything to say about the Harley Quinn animated series, please feel free to leave a comment in the section below. Till next time, I'm your host, the Real Gino, Gino Reynolds. See you later, Puddin'.